Happy New Year 2021, beautiful souls. It's Chad here today with another video for you. Wishing everybody a lovely, lovely new year 2021, finally leaving our very difficult year of 2020. I'm sitting out here filming today because it's finally like 25 degrees in Bangkok, and so it's like finally, chilly weather to be sitting outdoors and filming. Today I want to talk about Gene Key 38, specifically for the Capricorn Stellium Generation. This generation is it's throughout the year 1989, which was the year that I was born, so this is our generation, but it can also go from the end of 1988 to the beginning of 1990. I'm not exactly sure about the dates. I may just, I'll post them again in the description box below in the comments so you can kind of like check. But if you're born around this time with this generation, you will have Saturn and Neptune in Capricorn, probably conjunct in Gene Key 38. You may also have Uranus in Capricorn as well, like I do, if you're born in 1989, and so you have the stellium in Capricorn. And if you are also a Capricorn Sun, Venus, Mars, Mercury, personal planets there, then you may even have more of this energy there. And so we start the new year with this energy of Gene Key 38. And I feel like I've been feeling this, like I should talk to my generation, this Capricorn Stellium Generation, what this is all about, because this is a heavy energy to have a Capricorn Stellium in Gene Key 38. In my chart, I have Gene Key 38 4 times. In human design, it shows up 4 times. So check your human design, check your astrology. How many times do you have this popping up, and like what else is going on there for you in Capricorn? Oh, look at Kung Fu. Kung Fu is here, but he's got this over his face because he's been scratching his eye, and I gotta protect him, otherwise he's gonna be bleeding there. It's like mosquitoes are biting him and the weather's really dry, so gotta keep him safe. Okay, anyways, where was I? So in the Gene Keys, this archetype is called the Warrior of Light. That's what Richard Rudd calls it, the Warrior of Light, because this is a true warrior archetype. And so if you have a warrior stellium, your path in this life feels heavy. Those born in this generation, like they feel like they have a mission to accomplish in the world. Like a warrior who, has to go to war, and he has a mission during his war, right? And this Gene Key frequency, let's go through that first, is going from struggle at the shadow to perseverance at the gift, and the city, highest destiny is honor. So struggle, perseverance, and honor. And I'm gonna make a more in-depth video for this Gene Key, in my series, of course. That's gonna come up, that's still coming up. But yes, this is specifically to like address the stellium generation. And so yeah, when we're looking at this Gene Key, there's like, those who have this, they feel this mission and this purpose that they have to accomplish. And whichever house this stellium is falling into, that makes it so much more potent. That house becomes very potent. That house becomes a house of struggle for you. I have this in my 8th house, and yes, I struggle a lot with my sexuality and the darker sides of myself, the shadows of myself, and handling that in other people. There is a struggle there. And if we look at the alignments of this particular generation, we'll see that Pluto is in Scorpio, and Pluto would fall around 13 to 14 degrees of Scorpio. That's Gene Key 1, but it would forms a sextile with Neptune and Uranus in Capricorn, Gene Key 38. When we look at Scorpio and Capricorn coming together in this way, there's a particular channel in the human design body graph where Scorpio meets Capricorn, and that is channel 3828. It's called the channel of struggle. It's struggling and fighting for a purpose. So, and in human design, Gene Key 38, gate 38 is called the fighter. And so And in astrology, when we have Neptune and Pluto meeting up in any aspect, we have a theme of somebody who feels very strongly this sense of mission and purpose. And when we have Saturn meeting up with Pluto in astrology, we're going to have themes of being able to do the dirty work that is required to succeed in that mission or purpose. It has even a bit of this obsessive, destructive energy to it, where you can die for your mission or your purpose. And if this isn't Jinky 38, it's like Jinky 38 is already a fighter and a warrior that will die for their mission and their purpose. And so what I've noticed in my life with my friends who are born in this generation as well, and any of you guys out there, let me know if this rings true for you, is finding it harder to settle down in life, or in like a traditional marriage or in a relationship, either because you're struggling and you're fighting in a relationship, or because you don't really have time or energy there for your personal, like, one-to-one relationships, or for your family, or and I'm not saying this is true for everybody, of course, but this is like the majority statistically. Like, what I've noticed is that we take longer to settle down, to actually get married. Very few of my friends are married, and it's really different from the generations that came before us. And so, yeah, I was questioning why. What's happening with our generation? And then I really feel like it's this alignment here, especially with Pluto and Scorpio, coming into a sextile with the Neptune and the Saturn there. And the reason why, the shadow of this frequency is struggle is because struggle happens when you're fighting without a purpose. It's like a warrior who goes to war and he doesn't know what he's fighting for. He or she doesn't know. They don't know what they're fighting for. So they go there and their only goal is going to be to win. And so if the only goal is to win, they will struggle, because there's a chance that there's always a 50% chance that the other party could win, but also, of course, we could win, or there could be a tie. But if that's the only goal there, then it will feel like a struggle. But if you are fighting and your life feels like a war and you're fighting, but there's a purpose, the purpose to your fight. The moment that you already step into the war zone, the moment that you're already starting the fight, you've already fulfilled the purpose. Just to fight, just to be there, just to show up, to stand up, to fight. That's already the purpose, and that's enough. That's why perseverance is the gift frequency here, because to persevere means to fight for your dreams, your missions, and your goals in life without struggle. So it's an easy fight. It's a momentum, it's a flow. That's why it's perseverance, because it can keep going and going and going, because it's smooth. If you're part of this generation, it's kind of like, do you feel like you're struggling in life? And if you are, with your career, your relationships, your self-growth, your personal development, your mission, do you feel like you're struggling to accomplish your mission? Because if you are, maybe you don't yet know what is the purpose of your mission. Maybe it's not the right mission for you. And maybe there needs to be a reconsideration of that, or at least to put into perspective what the purpose of your mission is. And I have this in my 8th house, right? So I can struggle a lot with my pain and the way that I want to bring an end to the darkness inside of me and finally find light. But if I didn't know that there was a purpose to my pain, I tell you, I could be struggling a lot more than I am. But I know that underneath all the pain that I feel, there's a purpose to it. So that, kind of helps a lot. So yeah, and honor. Honor is when You know the potential is there. You know that you have everything that you ever need to succeed, that you will succeed, that you hold your highest potentials and you hold the highest potentials of other people and other situations in your life up here. You honor that, even though it's not there yet, because you're on a journey of mastery. You're going to master your mission. This generation is going to master this particular mission. They're very successful generations. They're like entrepreneurs, they're business owners. They're going to do something big in the world. And you have to know that that is your potential. You have to honor your potential, and you have to honor the potentials of other people in your life as well, that they are also going to succeed. And when you honor the potentials, you hold that up, you always know that it's there. That is honor. You honor yourself. You don't dishonor yourself by feeling like you have to keep struggling and struggling and struggling, because maybe you'll never succeed, because maybe there's a raw, this archetype is very raw and instinctual and heavy. It's the archetype that sustains the human species in the current day. Because if we never fought for our survival, right, in our past, we wouldn't be here. If we couldn't think of a way to fight against, other predatory animals or for food, then we wouldn't survive. So it's a very raw survival, sometimes even violent kind of an energy we've got here. What would be the dishonorable thing? Would be to fight kind of like violently, or to be very single-minded and for survival, for money, for the material things that you could have, for the food that you may need to eat. I mean, that's definitely necessary, but I don't think that, I feel like the majority of us in this day and age, and if you're watching this, that you already have those basics laid down, and it's like the balance of how much do you need to accumulate and how much can you have a higher purpose that is more for others, for the service of the world, that you can hold and honor your potential of being able to do that, rather than the kind of, I feel, dishonor, which is like the potential of how much material things you could accumulate for your own individual survival, which will lead to that struggle if it is for your individual survival, right? So keep that in your heart. Know that you're honorable, you honor yourself and you honor others, and there's honor all over your heart. And there's perseverance that is possible with ease, with easiness. What would the easy path be like to achieve your mission? You will achieve your mission. You don't have to take the harder path. You can take the easy path. What would that be like? And I started reading this book, I think, sometime when the coronavirus was peaking, and I haven't really finished it yet, but I absolutely love it so far. It's The Warrior Within by Bruce Lee. His philosophy, not by Bruce Lee, but it's his philosophies, his words, they're written in there. And a true warrior, according to Bruce Lee, has to be like water. A true warrior is soft, not hard. The path to your success and your mission is a soft path like water. You flow, you get to flow. You don't have to push the rock up the mountain. It doesn't have to feel like you're pushing the rock up the mountain, because you can't see in front of you. You don't know where you're going, and so, but you have to push that rock. You're flowing down a stream. You enjoying the warm, the cold, or the warm, the fresh water along the way. You change courses if necessary. You adapt and you adjust, and you allow yourself to be the yin energy, the feminine energy, just as much as the yang energy. You know when to recede, you know when to move forward. The soft warrior. That's kind of what I wanted to share with you today regarding the Capricorn Stellium Generation. of course, if you have this, do comment below and share with us. Feel free to connect with other people in the community who are of the same generation here. And even if you just have the 38 in general, the Jinky 38, Human Design 38, just comment below and let us know what your experiences have been like. And if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button below if you haven't. If you already subscribed, thank you very much for coming along, supporting me, watching my videos. And yeah, sending everybody so much love on this new year. Bye!